Abraham, because he obeyed God's instruction regarding his only son Isaac, received this incredible unconditional promise from God. Abraham's children would be as numerous as the stars of heaven and as the sand of the seashore. They would possess the gate of their enemies, as well as all the land of Canaan. Abraham's inheritance is what the Bible refers to as the birthright. The birthright was passed on to Abraham's son Isaac, and then to Isaac's firstborn son Esau, who sold the birthright to his brother Jacob for a bowl of stew. Jacob, disguised as Esau, deceives his virtually blind father Isaac into bestowing upon him the blessing confirming the birthright. After years of trials and tests, Jacob repented of his sin. He convinced God by his actions that he would remain steadfast and persevere in doing the right thing, and that he truly valued his birthright. And so God changed his name from Jacob, meaning usurper, to Israel, meaning the prevailer or overcomer with God. And God gave him the birthright. Now Jacob had 12 sons, and legally the birthright belonged to Reuben, his firstborn by his first wife Leah. But Reuben, like Esau, lost it by sleeping with Bilhah, his father's concubine. And so the birthright was given to Joseph, Jacob's firstborn by Rachel, his second wife, the wife he truly loved. Joseph, whose brothers had sold him as a slave, ended up in Egypt, where he eventually became second only to the Pharaoh in power and prominence. He was able to persuade his brothers to bring their father Jacob to Egypt when a severe famine devastated the land of Canaan. It was in Egypt that the birthright was about to be passed on to the next recipient of God's promises. When Joseph learns that his father is gravely ill, he rushes to his father's bedside together with the two sons born to him in Egypt, Manasseh and Ephraim. Jacob requests to adopt Joseph's two boys as his own sons. With Joseph looking on, Jacob confers the birthright upon Manasseh and Ephraim. Notice what the dying Jacob says in Genesis 48 and verse 16. The angel which redeemed me from all evil, bless the lads, and let my name be named on them, and the name of my fathers Abraham and Isaac, and let them grow into a multitude in the midst of the earth. Right here is that pivotal detail, that crucial element that many have overlooked and failed to understand. Jacob said, "Let my name be named on them," and his name had been changed to Israel. Not only did Jacob adopt these two boys, conferred the birthright upon them both, but he gave them his name Israel. The birthright promises were passed on to Ephraim and Manasseh, not Judah. It is Ephraim and Manasseh who are called Israel. It is their descendants who are called Israel, not the Jewish people who are the descendants of Judah, the great nation and even greater company of nations, rich and prosperous, possessors of military might and supremacy, spreading forth across the globe as a colonizing people, apply solely to Ephraim and Manasseh. Consequently, the birthright promises were passed on to Ephraim and Manasseh, a double portion to Joseph as Jacob's firstborn. None of Jacob's other sons received the promises of the birthright. Today, when you mention the word Israel, it is the Jewish people that usually come to mind. They are regarded as Israel. However, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob were not Jews. The Jews were descendants of Judah, one of Jacob's 12 sons. This mischaracterization has led the majority of historians, biblical scholars, and students of Bible prophecy to mistakenly identify Judah as the great nation and the rest of the 10 tribes as the company of nations. Throughout Bible history, there is no evidence of Ephraim becoming the promised company of nations, nor of Manasseh as that great nation. But we know the Bible is the revealed Word of God. His words will never fail. The birthright promises must be fulfilled. Who then are Ephraim and Manasseh today? By what name are they known today? Where are they today? Whoever they are, wherever they are, it is they and they alone who possess the birthright. Only they, and not the Jews, are inheritors of God's birthright promises to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Promises of national greatness, unrivaled resources, abundant wealth, unprecedented prosperity, and awesome power. In the conclusion to this series on the key to prophecy, the clear and plain truth, the direct and straightforward answer to who Israel really is, will thoroughly astonish and amaze you. This is Ross Abasolo with the Constant Church of God.